Engine off, key on. Checking my ABS light, make sure it comes on and goes off within 6 seconds, which it did. That test passes. Next, I'm going to release my parking brake. We're going to do the applied test. Release the parking brake. I'm going to hold the service brake for 1 minute, and I cannot lose more than 3 psi in the system in that 1 minute. After the initial drop, I cannot lose more than 3 psi. We're going to pretend the minute has passed. We did not lose more than 3 psi after the initial drop, so that test passes. Next step is going to be the low air warning. I'm going to fan the service brake, and the low air warning should come on the dash no lower than 55 psi. The low air warning came on at about 70, so that test passes. The next step is going to be the emergency brake pop-up test. I'm going to continue feathering the brake. The emergency brake should pop up between 45 and 20 psi, except on newer coaches they'll be around 60. That came on at 55 psi, so that test passes. My next step is going to be the cutout test. I'm going to start the engine, engage at high idle, and I'm going to check the air compressor cutout, which should be between 120 and 140 psi, and I'll know that when I hear the air dryer actuate and the gauges stop moving. Air pressure still building. I just heard the air dryer and the gauges stopped moving at 135 psi, so that test passes. Next, I've got to get out and remove my shock blocks, and we'll do the final 2 steps, the parking brake and the service brake. Okay, next step is the parking brake test. I'm going to put the transmission in drive and gently press on the throttle to make sure that the parking brake will hold the coach in place. The coach does not move, the parking brake passes. Parking brake test passes. Next step is the service brake. I'm going to put the vehicle in drive, move forward approximately 5 miles per hour, firmly step on the brake, and I check to make sure that there's no pulling to the left or the right of the steering wheel, and the coach stops moving. No pulling left or right on the wheel. The coach stops smoothly. That concludes my brake test.